at Columbia University, the New York Police Department have arrested a reported 80 pro-Palestinian, you might call them pro-Hamas protesters, after they stormed a campus library today.
Free, free, free Palestine!
Amazing. People were so proud of themselves, they're still wearing masks and keffiyehs. Dozens of pro-Palestinian protesters poured into Columbia Library just as students were studying for their final exams.
You consider this an inconvenience? 400,000 dead! Right. Your finals! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! No matter what, we're not gonna stop!
I think they need help more than not stopping, but that's just me. Batya Ungar-Sargon, columnist for the Press, has been very outspoken about anti-Semitism issues across college campuses. You and I have been doing this since October 7th. Welcome back. Good to see you. The arrest, the way this has been dealt with, is that proof that things have changed?
Oh boy, Leland, I think we are not in Kansas anymore. The difference that a president can make in bringing our feckless, corrupt ruling class to its knees is what everybody should be taking away from this moment. The speed with which Columbia shut this down.
Yeah.
Called the NYPD, locked the people in that library, forced them to show identification in order to leave, arrested them, and condemned this occupation of the building and then the assault of the people, the police officers who had worked there. I mean, you cannot compare this to last time around.
Totally different. Okay, and I think you would agree with me that in terms of as a news anchor, I'm probably one of the very few who was outspoken on the need for moral clarity about this stuff from the beginning, correct?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
You say that it's about the ruling class, and I am wondering if it is now time for the Jewish communities at these elite universities to look inward. Because during BLM, which has its own anti-Semitism problem, Jewish communities were totally silent about these kinds of issues. Same with DEI, has its own anti-Semitism undercurrents. Jewish communities were happy to be totally woke, happy to keep supporting these universities, happy to have their kids go there, write big donation checks, big tuition checks. And then when it came time that it was the Jews who were being attacked, they complained about the federal government not doing enough.
I hate to say this, but I agree with you. I think that large sectors of the American Jewish population are very lost. They're part of the woke left, which means that to them, no matter what he does, Donald Trump is anathema, despite what we are seeing with our own eyes, that he is prioritizing the needs of our community when the people that they marched with and they stood with turned their backs on us. But I have to say, Leland, to me, the images that we're seeing here, these keffiyeh-clad pro-Hamas, and they are pro-Hamas because the organization, Columbia University Apartheid Divest, that organized this, is avowedly pro-Hamas. You know, occupying these buildings, painting graffiti on a library wall, on books.
Reprehensible in every way, I agree. But
the victims of this are not, the primary victims of this are not American Jews. It is America as a nation which has allowed a corrupt and feckless ruling class to narrow the lane to the American dream to people who do this crap. So every one of those students is going to be a homeowner, but the police officers they assaulted probably won't be. And that is the real injury here, is to America as a nation, less so than to the Jewish students, I think.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.